Good day, everyone. Today we have a wellness coach and a nutritionist, Mrs. Pratishtha Lohani. So, ma'am, can you introduce yourself a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm Pratishtha. People call me Pratsi also, and I run a humble brand called Prayog Wellness. And we have a small team of yoga instructors. We have therapeutic yoga instructors. We have a team of DHA licensed nutritionists and energy healers. We also do offline, online classes. And we try to provide a holistic wellness to the clients, wherein everything, whether they want to heal themselves, their energies, whether they want to balance their chakras, or they want to they want to become physically fit. So nutrition and yogasanas plays an important part.
Why Prayog Wellness?
Okay, so there's one fine day, I was thinking about a brand name, and I wanted to use my name and yoga in this. So
Okay.
I came up with this Yog, and it
Okay.
was
So,
kind of experiment also.
Pratishtha plus Yog became Prayog.
Yeah, and the meaning of prayog is experiment.
Experimentation.
So I wanted to experiment, and mashallah, it is going well. And we are a team of yoga teachers, nutritionists, and energy healers.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we
So,
do.
so I had, so this podcast is going to be with ma'am without any script. So I never wrote the script. So this is the first time we are, apart from real estate or interiors, we are doing a podcast with ma'am on the wellness, the yoga, the nutrition, what to eat. So, ma'am, this is going to be spontaneous podcast. I have not given you any questions, so I'm going to ask you 8 questions, and you have to give me a spontaneous answer. There's no script in it. Okay.
Okay, I'll try my
Okay.
best to
So,
give you best
so
answers.
how did your journey started, and why your journey started like this?
Why my journey started?
Why you started like Prayog, which you just said?
Uh-huh.
Why you started it?
Okay, so I'll not go back so many years back, not from the schooling, but just like 2 years back.
Okay.
So I was working as a clinic manager in a polyclinic, and there I learned a lot. Yeah, I was doing almost everything. I was being a dietitian. I was managing. I was HR. I was admin. I was
everything.
whatnot, everything. So I worked there for like 3 years, and then that time I got simultaneously learning about yoga. So I used to practice yoga since childhood, but to get the certification to actually practice yoga, I wanted to enroll myself into a training course. So I got that, and then I finally decided to step
Train.
out of the step out of the 9 to 5 job, and I wanted to do something not bigger. Then I wouldn't uh, you know defy what I have learned in my job, but I wanted to do something of my own, and through my skills of nutrition and yoga, because I was practicing nutrition, I always felt a void, that it's not complete. Whatever I'm providing to a client, it's incomplete. So yoga is something which I always have inclined towards, and including the lifestyle yoga within the nutrition gave me a great confidence, and plus the learning of my job.
Right. So I was about to come on the third or fourth question. So but I will ask the question again now.
Sure.
So most of the people, they do exercise or yoga or whatever, but they don't eat healthy food, right? So, but sometimes they do eat healthy food, but they don't do exercise.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you have combined the both, right?
Exactly.
So, how does nutrition help transforming your body with exercise, and exercise helps transforming your body with the right nutrition? So, can you just tell us what is right nutrition and what is right exercise also?
It's a very good question, actually. I've got clients who just think that they will get healthier with only doing the exercise.
Because you just said lifestyle exercise.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you cannot get fit completely without leaving the nutrition alone
Right.
or leaving the exercise alone. right? And I have clients who think that, but now the awareness is there that everybody now getting to understand that 75% of your health is depending on what you eat.
What you eat.
Yeah, so it is very
What
important.
become what you eat.
Exactly, what you are, what you eat. So that's what important is. And because, social media is all about showing, doing exercise and showing the abs and the, fancy body only through the exercise part.
Right.
So that's what make us, inclined towards only the exercise part and leaving the nutrition behind. You keep on doing exercises for years and years, and if your eating is not balanced, you will not get your abs. Sorry.
Okay. So this is today's date. I mean, we are into real estate. Real estate is a not a 10 to 5 job, not a 10 to 9 job. It's unlimited job, you know. So people like us, we go through lot of stress. Okay. How to manage stress? That's what the question is today. People like me, we have a lot of stress during the day. Once we go back home, we like tired. We are done.
True.
How the yoga can or an exercise which you can tell us or the audience how we can improve our lifestyle with that exercises, managing the anxiety, managing the stress, and with a better lifestyle,
Okay.
not
So-
eating medicines, by the way.
Yeah, of course, of course. See, eating medicine doesn't come into a great health, right?
Yeah.
Having medicines.
100.
So 100% we want to get rid of medicines,
Mhm.
right? So it's a broad question, by the way, what you have asked. So, okay, I'll try to answer step by step. How yoga, nutrition, or exercises can help a person who is into real estate. Yeah, I have seen especially real estate people have lot of stress. They don't have 9 to 5 job. They have like flexible timings. People like us will call them in the weekends, for the deals, and they are working on weekends also, and I understand that, and everybody understand. So see, one thing is very important is consistency over perfection. Right? You don't have to spend hours of time in balancing your nutrition or doing yoga or going into any fitness regime and then come to the work. No, you just learn some tips. You can spend 15 to 20 minutes for the physical aspect of your body. You can spend 15 to 20 minutes of, breath techniques even during your work, even while driving,
Okay.
right? And you can take out some 5-10 minutes
I
for
tried
some
that.
meditation. Yeah, you can do that. It's not that you have to just put the yes, of course, if you have time, if you can take out, you can take out time for yourself, right? It's just excuses that we have stress, we have do this. We first of all, we cannot get rid of the stress, right?
Okay. So my
Yeah.
question, I will reframe it.
Yeah.
How to manage that stress and anxiety in 2 lines?
Oh, in 2 lines would be very difficult. Sorry, I will try.
No.
Okay,
What
let me.
kind of exercise we can do? Like you just said, sitting on the chair. Like last time also you were telling us, sit on the chair, do some exercise. You want to
Yes.
train us on that.
Yes.
So our viewers want to know what kind of 2-3 exercises they can do sitting in the office, or you can tell them how to like a
Okay,
walk or a yoga.
okay.
What we should do?
I will give you 4 things. Yeah, a combination of 4-5 things, right? First of all, talking about yoga. Yoga is all about lifestyle, right? It's not a 1 hour regimen of exercise,
Right.
right? Yoga speaks about the asanas, the physical part of the body, the breath techniques, pranayama, which we call, and meditation.
Right.
It is all together. So it is basically balancing your physical aspect, your mental aspect, and your emotional aspect. Okay. Right? So integration, interrelation between these 3 things, what yoga does. Yeah, balances.
And with eating. Right.
With eating. So that
With
is
right
very important. Yeah. So I will come to that as well. First of all, in short, if you are asking me to give you some short tips, physical aspect, as I mentioned, that doing asanas balances the energy blocks of your body. Different kinds of asanas and exercise pattern in yoga removes the blockages of the energies which are called chakras. in yoga language. Yeah, we balances that. So different kinds of glands we have, right? Endocrine gland, pituitary gland, pancreas, everything gets aligned. When these things get disturbed, the body gets dysfunctional, right? So yoga helps in balancing that, including the breath technique will help you to focus, right? Different kinds of breath technique will help you to focus. It will increase your productivity also at work.
Concentration also?
Yeah, concentration, focus, right? So it will help in your workplace. When you're working, you will not get distracted much if you practice pranayama. Then comes to meditation. Now, sometimes people get confused that either meditation is different from yoga or meditation is concentration. No. Concentration is the prerequisite of meditation.
Right.
So first you do pranayama, you do breath techniques, you learn focusing, then only you can attain a deeper meditation.
Right.
And when you practice meditation, you have no idea how much wonders you can do in
Because
your life.
that day I was talking to all my staff, all the people in the company. So I was asking that when you pray, so people were telling me that, sir, when we are praying, we have all sort of thoughts, like what is happening in the house, sir would be shouting in the office, we are getting late. How to remove that kind of things when you pray? Because praying also is a concentration.
Correct.
You meditate that time.
Correct.
How we can learn from you to do this? Yani, what will be the step, my second step of doing focusing with my meditation? Because meditation, you are doing meditation, and
Yes,
then
true.
if you don't focus, you keep on thinking about different things, then you don't focus.
Exactly.
Like in the work, the people in the office, instead of their work, they peep into another work. Don't focus on it.
Get
So
distracted very
how-
easily. Yeah.
how to get that focus aligned?
Very good question, very practical question, which is, very practical for these days. So, as I mentioned, it is a step by step journey.
Right.
You cannot just attain meditation directly. Yeah?
Okay.
First is asanas. When your body is healthy, when your body is aligned, then only you will be able to focus on your breath. And when you are focusing on your breath, you get the concentration automatically towards the meditation. And once you start practicing meditation, automatically you will see when you're working, you're very focused. You don't have to put any efforts while working. It's like, when you are going to shower every day. Yeah. So this is also very important in the life, right? Like showering every day is doing yoga at least 30 minutes, including asanas, pranayam, and meditation.
Okay.
These three things.
And what sort of eating, not what sort of things we should not eat when we practice all this?
That is, again, a very
Yeah,
practical question. Yeah. So there are a lot of things. You see, yes, the vegetarian plant-based food is always
some people are-
encouraged with yoga. But
See,
yes,
some
you can.
people are meat eaters like me. They love meat.
Yeah.
I can leave everything, but not the meat portion of it,
Mhm.
not the poultry portion of it. I will eat eggs, I will eat meat, I will whatever.
Mm.
But to become healthy also, I can leave a certain portion of it, but some aspect of that food will remain in my body forever.
True.
I will eat it.
True.
So what sort of diet you will recommend? Like in two,
I know.
three lines you can define?
You don't have to leave, meat to
But
get
just reduce the quantity.
to become a good yogi. You don't have
to become a yogi.
But if you really want to be a very good meditator, yes, I would recommend to leave meat. But
Okay.
it's not necessary to become a good yogi. First of all, we talk about lifestyle. See, when a client comes to us, we don't directly become a wellness police. Right? Don't eat that, eat that. First
Okay,
of all,
something
is
which
lifestyle.
you should leave. Some things which you recommend, like oily food.
Okay, let's not talk about the very cliche food items which everybody would think oily, sugar, this and that.
Okay, you can tell.
First thing is the dead foods.
Dead food.
The dead foods are not meat. I'm
Okay.
talking about dead foods are the packaged foods.
Oh,
Which you-
this is a new point. Dead food. I will write it here.
Dead foods which are packaged foods. when you turn around the package, please start reading the labels what you're eating.
Yes, people don't do that
Yeah,
because they see a healthy butter packet something,
yeah.
but in turn it says vegetable oil.
It's a you
I
will get
was-
Maggie, right?
Maggi?
Healthy Maggie, green spinach
is-
Maggie.
what is
There's no spinach in the Maggie packet.
There's nothing. Yeah.
There's no spinach in the. So turn around the packet, start reading the label. If you can't read the ingredients, please
Please do. Yeah.
please
do.
stay away. Yeah. So we teach the clients how to read the labels, how to become your own dietitians.
Right.
You don't have to be dependent on us
Mm.
throughout the life. So reading the labels are important. Please get. And you know what? If you have family, if you have kids, please inspire them. Be an inspiration.
Right.
If you ask your kids not to eat something, but you are also having it, then okay, it's a norm. It's a
True.
norm. And it's not food. Let's see,
Maggi is not food for sure.
imagine whatever we cook at our home, how many days it can sustain.
Wonder.
Let's say cake, biscuit, cookies at our
1,
home.
2 days.
1,
max.
2, 3, 4. But when we get a packet of biscuit, how many days it sustains?
Maybe months, years,
Why?
because of preservatives.
So we know this, but we have to be very, what we do is create
We-
awareness about it, right? So dead food is one because you
so
cannot.
packaged food we should not eat. That's the one crux.
Not all packaged food.
Okay, not.
There are green signal packaged foods. There are red flags. Like whichever ingredients you cannot read is all
Is all.
into red zone.
Apart from this, what else?
Apart from this, when we talk about lifestyle, it is important that the sleep.
I love samosas, by the way.
You know what? I'll tell you a very interesting thing. When you start doing yoga, like really yoga every day,
Right.
you don't have to put any efforts to leave anything which is your favorite food. The body will itself start withdrawing the things which are not good for your body.
Okay.
Your body will become intelligent. Right now, your cells are not intelligent. You have to align your cells, and automatically you will see that you are not. Suddenly, a day you're not liking the samosa. You don't feel like having samosa anymore.
Don't feel like appetite of eating that also.
Exactly. You
Your
will
cells become
automatically attract good things.
Right.
Yeah. I have clients who smokes a lot. I have clients who drinks a lot. But when they practice yoga with us, they suddenly feel like not smoking. For smokers, quitting smoking is the
The toughest
thing.
part. Yeah.
right?
Toughest, yeah.
And you get hungry a lot when you start to quit smoking.
Right.
Everything
Anxiety
balance.
becomes high
Exactly.
because with the anxiety you eat more food.
And also, if you go back, why we smoke? Because we want to get stress relief.
Stress relief.
That's a shortcut. That's a quick fix. But you are actually,
Destroying yourself.
destroying
Yes.
yourself, your lungs. And the more you do, the more you get into this vicious cycle, right? Then everything gets haywire.
Yeah.
But one thing, just get into the yoga. Everything gets aligned.
Lot of people, they think yoga, meditation and spirituality,
Huh.
they are aligned. Are they aligned?
Okay. Alignment. So first of all, what is yoga? Yoga
Is alignment of your body.
is a
Chakras.
no. Actually, yoga has come from a word called yuj, Sanskrit word, which means union of our self-consciousness to the higher consciousness. So how we do that? There are certain steps. The Patanjali Yogeshri had given us 8 steps, which are called yamas, niyamas, then, pratiharas. These are like cleansing of your body first. Pratihara is withdrawal of the senses. Then we go into asanas. Then we actually take care of this body, physical part of our body, physical aspect of our body, right? And after that, we get into pranayama. We focus on breath so that we get the concentration more. Then we get into dharana, which is called concentration. The more the pranayama, the more the concentration you will get. Then towards the end, it will come meditation. So meditation is the second last part of the yoga
And
sutras.
then
The last part,
Is
8th part, is the connection, the liberation, the
Spiritual.
moksha. Yeah,
Moksha.
that's what we say.
Okay. attain-
Unless we do not practice all these 7 sutras, we cannot attain that.
You told me about the asanas and then the 7 points till the 7th, and then you go on the 8th.
Yeah.
So what is that 8th means?
The 8th means is as the yoga describes, right? The union of self-consciousness to higher consciousness. So, see, look, our body is like an onion. Yeah, we are
Keep on peeling.
yeah, we are we are covered with different kinds of layers.
keep
These
on
layers are distractive layers. You can call them contamination. So we are contaminated with a lot of interactions around our environment, the people, the stress, right? And with the yoga, with these steps, we are actually peeling this
Peel-
onion layer by layer. And there is a diamond inside that
Okay.
onion, which is our self-consciousness. And the outside world is the higher consciousness, the universal consciousness. So once the onion is peeled completely, you get synced with the
कितना time
higher
लगेगा?
consciousness.
यहाँ
कितना-
तक पहुँचने में how much time?
It can be within a fraction of second or it can take births.
Okay.
It's totally
For a
depending
normal
upon...
people like us. I'm not talking people like you.
No,
who are
no, no. Even
completely
I'm a
into it.
normal person. Even I'm in this journey of yoga. I would not say myself
But
an
can I say one
enlightened
thing? Your
person.
face always glows because I'm meeting you for the second time. Because of that yoga practicing or something, your face, that aura grows because your energy different. You have energies, right?
Yeah.
So it changes.
Wherever you go in this world, you see a yoga practitioner. If somebody is really a yoga practitioner, you will see their face always
Aura
brightens up.
changes.
So we kind of just learn how to manage this things around us. You cannot, you cannot get rid of the stress. You just can change the perception of yourself to that
How to
stress.
manage.
Yeah, you can only change the perception.
Right.
The boss will abuse you the way he used to abuse earlier. Even after doing yoga, the boss will abuse, right? But the way of perception of you seeing the boss will get changed.
And you replying to the boss gets changed.
It can change. Yes, the reaction will change.
फिर पूछ रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
इसमें time कितना लगेगा? मतलब normal person के लिए. How much
see,
time it will take for a normal person to attain those 8 steps of yoga?
I can say to attain 7, you can do it in the same birth. You can do it within... See, I really can't give a right answer to that. I'm sorry. But when we talk about asanas, pranayams, you can do consciously. It will take 6 months to 1 year.
So
Then-
1 to 2 years, it
Just to correct your
Yourself.
chakras, just to balance your chakras, if you practice every day, it may take 6 months to 1 year. And for some people, can take sooner.
maybe sooner also.
Yeah. But the 7th or 8th part, it is all about your exploration, your quest in your mind. If you're not curious enough,
Quest for the journey.
yeah, see what happens when we grow older. Our curiosity gets suppressed. Our inner child gets suppressed. We become older. We become,
Ma'am,
bored.
I tell you with this one thing, we don't learn new words every day.
That's what.
After 20, 22 years of age, we stop learning new words. Same like this, our curiosity dies.
True.
To get that consciousness, I think that curiosity has to be there, that what next,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. And see, every individual has their own journey to achieve this, the 7th or 8th
Your self-consciousness.
step of your self-consciousness. Once, if you're not aware of your own self,
Right.
you cannot get connected to the higher self, right? First, you have to
इसमें
introspect.
कितना टाइम लगेगा ये बता दीजिए. एक साल?
I have to disappoint you with this question because Push, this is unanswerable,
Unanswerable.
right? It's
Okay.
all depend upon your the again curiosity, the enthusiasm, the quest. See, I told you I've been practicing yoga since childhood, but I never got this urge of getting the answers. That why is this happening? Why why we are sitting here? Why we are talking? Why we are working? Why we are just burning ourselves? Why do we need money? All these questions, it never arises. I was just following the path, whatever has been taught in our schools and parents, and be a good person and all that. But it just every individual has their own calling.
Okay.
Yeah. So once you get that, just absorb that. Just open your observation and just get that opportunity.
Right.
And you might get that eighth step of Yoga Sutra in very next moment.
Very next moment. Okay. So, what tips you can give to the viewers of yoga
Ah.
of ours, like about yoga, that when we wake up in the morning,
Hmm.
what kind of a pranayam or the step we should do or stretching we should do to wake up with the full concentration? Yani, I wake up in the morning, I was like, Are, I don't want to go to office. I have that. Oh, I don't want to get ready.
Yeah.
I don't want to take shower. But
Yeah.
there are some
Quickly
people,
activates you.
they just wake up from the bed and then that's it, and then do some stretching, and they are good to go to the office. What kind of stretching or yoga, yani
Yeah.
the asanas which you can tell, one asana,
Yeah.
which can help?
Sure. Before waking up, let's go back to sleeping.
Sleep.
Yeah, bedtime is very important.
Okay.
Unless you did not get your deep sleep, you cannot wake up fresh.
Right.
That's like non-negotiable. You have to get a deep sleep at least between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's the best time where your body gets deep sleep, your
People should
metabolism.
sleep at 10. You saying that?
Yeah, before 10 also if you can, but 10 to 2 a.m. is the crucial hours where you get the toxins
Excellent.
clear, the digestion happens, the metabolism is improving, you get deeper rest. Yeah,
Right.
that that alpha gamma stage of your
But
sleep.
I've seen people in my own office, they start eating chocolate at 11 o'clock.
So that's
Watching
these are the small things which we
Watching their,
we-
these days, Facebook
screen
and
time and screen time is spoiling everything.
yeah.
So anyways, so this is very important. If you got this deep sleep in these hours, you will wake up fresh for sure. And once you wake up fresh, how to start your day with? First of all, just pay some gratitude towards the universe, towards the higher consciousness, that you are blessed, you got the next day, you're still breathing,
Right.
right? And pay some gratitude. Then there are asanas where you can stretch your anahat chakra, which is throat chakra. You stretch that, you activate your vagus nerve, you do the something called bhujangasana, cobra, you do jathar parivartan, the spinal twist, right? Because when you get up, your body is little stiff because you are just in the same position through
For long
like
time.
7-8 hours, right? So you need to open up those muscles just to get
So
activation
you
of
can give us some visuals, some pictures we can put it in our.
yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure.
done.
There
So,
maybe
so guys,
you can see
the
here.
team behind it should get some photos and put it there. What she's saying, that we should put those visuals on
Yeah,
the.
or I can add like before going to bed, the alternate breathing, the Nadi Shodhan is very good, king of all pranayams to
So
get
ma'am
you
will give
very
us
good.
some visuals.
Yeah.
We can put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can start your day with Kapalbhati, which actually activates your sympathetic nervous system, which makes you get ready for the day's challenges.
Right.
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 So
right.
yeah.
Okay. So for the younger generation, just said 10 o'clock is a sleep
I
time,
know.
which will not happen.
Yeah.
It will happen gradually. It will happen. But what kind of food they should avoid in the evening? Because sleeping is also, if you eat very heavy food, you cannot sleep.
True.
That's very true.
True.
So what kind of nutritious diet, you can say, which we should take, all of us, I mean, including me?
Yeah, good question. So I tell to all my clients, first thing first is your sleep and then your dinner. Second step is your
But
dinner.
people say skip dinner, and if I skip dinner, I cannot sleep because my stomach is empty.
Skipping dinner is not a solution, right? Skipping meals are not solution.
Okay.
Your last meal should be ideally before 7 p.m.
Oh,
You should always follow the sun. The sun is the right guide for your body. The sun sets, you are set, you are done. Your food, if the sun is set, you have zero metabolism. Your food is not getting metabolized if you're eating after 7 p.m.
okay.
So remember that. Yeah.
So 7 p.m. is an ideal time.
Ideal time to have your last meal. After that, try to avoid anything.
Then
In case, now these days we have night shifts or we have late hours, and if there is no other option, but so at least go for very light food like salads with little bit of beans and soups, before 9 p.m. at least.
Okay, so soup is a good
Because, see, in this, there are no grains, there are not pulses, there are not legumes.
nothing to be digested.
Exactly. So your body needs a lot of time to digest cereals, grains, and pulses. So salads and soups are very easy to digest.
Okay.
If in case it is getting late, just go with the salad and soup.
Because it fills your stomach also.
Exactly.
And
Not
soup is-
even dairy also.
No dairy.
Yeah.
Okay, no
So
dairy.
only the salads and soups.
Right. Okay. So this is what it was. Now the last question. What is meditation?
Huh. I think, yeah. So the meditation is the last second part of the Yoga Sutra. So meditation is that state of mind where you kind of what do you say? You just observe the sensation of your body. Just be present in the moment. You are not thinking of what you are going to do next. You're
But
not
what was your
thinking
past?
of what you have done already.
Mhm.
The moment you start learning to be with yourself at the moment,
Mhm.
you will see the things are getting aligned automatically.
Mm.
When we are not in the present, then the things becomes disaligned and disproportionate.
Disillusioned.
Yeah.
Can you say?
Exactly. And you will get deep meditation state only when you already learn how to focus.
Okay.
But meditation is not focus.
Okay.
That's the biggest myth people have. That
Meditation is not-
meditation is focus. You just chant something or you just think of something, you visualize something, you focus on Agya Chakra. No, meditation is not focusing on any visuals or any, thinking about any god or praying. No, meditation is that state of mind which your mind cannot explain.
Okay.
Because mind doesn't have
So
the
that means
capacity to
That is zero.
the state of zero, you can say. And
How to attain it?
again, you have to practice all these steps,
Let's
right?
suppose we stepped like 6th, 7th, 8th step. We are on the
Mm.
6th step.
The meditation is a seventh step. You would
Seventh
say,
step.
from
So-
Yoga Sutra.
How to start that? That's my question is
Yes.
how to start meditating? What is the first step of meditation?
First, how we take the client and we start the journey of the clients in Prayog Wellness is first we help them to align their lifestyles, the sleep, the dinner,
done.
this lifestyle is done.
After that.
Cleansing is done, internal body cleansing, then asanas and stretching so that the body is aligned, the organs are functioning well, so that the person can attain an ability to sit in one posture for longer.
Or long.
If your body is not really well and hurting, you cannot sit for longer. Right?
That's true.
That's very important. And then once you're physically fit, then you start to focusing the breath work in different techniques, different ways, right? Once you you are practiced, you're pro in focusing on breath for longer. I have seen people like looking at the phone and doing the pranayam, watching TV and doing the pranayam.
Wow.
Yeah. And maybe thinking something else and doing the pranayam. That doesn't work. So how the guidance is important. When you go into under some expert, they will guide you. They will keep on talking, keep on instructing you that come back, let the thoughts travel, but you focus on your breath. So these are the things which we help them to attain so that they practice, keep on practicing.
Okay.
Then after that, we shift towards the meditation automatically. Once you have learned focusing the breath, then you start to elevate your energies and your consciousness. You can meditate any time of the day.
Yeah.
The conscious, you being aware of yourself, the conscious about yourself is the meditation.
Right.
Nothing else.
Okay, ma'am. So people want to know where they can call you or fix an appointment to meet you. I mean, because people will ask in the comment box. They will ask.
So your team can put up.
So team can put up the number. We can put up your number.
Yeah, sure.
So team can put up the number there, so that people who wants to actually get the guidance can call ma'am directly and take the help of her to
Definitely.
meditate or whatever they want to achieve in their life.
Definitely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
Pleasure talking to
It
you.
was pleasure talking to you as well. And
Apart
it
from
was
real
fun
estate.
talking. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.